Oh, baby. I am the humble.
What up, what up, what up? It's going down, y'all. Now, let's talk about where we are in our investment, okay? Let's talk about what's going on in our investment. Let's talk about what's the real deal in our investment, okay?
We love our house. It's ours. No one's lived here.
First of all, everybody's checking in. Gang, gang. Shout out to Jason. Shout out to Lisa. Shout out to Monica. Shout out to Jason. Shout out to Lisa. What's up? What's upper? You guys stop fixating on the Dow. Can I tell you that? Can I say that now, please? I've said it before. I'm going to say it 1 million times. Stop fixating on the Dow. The Dow has nothing to do with your investment. Stop fixating on one single entity besides a three-little agency that is the IMF, the Treasury, the United States government, the CBI. Stop. Understand what's happening in the marketplace. A lot's going on. You can't buy dinar normally any longer. Can't buy it on an exchange. Can't buy it in an exchange center, meaning that like one that you go to like a kiosk, not some fictitious bullshit game center that Mark Z or somebody else makes up. Yeah, I had to put my hair up. Sorry, y'all. That's why I look like I'm crazy. But understand that there's no exchange center right now, including for people from the UA, all over the United States that have dinar. Understand that where you are with the Central Bank of Iraq telling you guys that there's not going to be any more auctions. If you're not overjoyed with this news, if you're not to the point where you're almost like, you know what? Hey, we're one step closer. I'm not asking you guys to be overjoyed. I'm not asking you that, okay? What I'm telling you is that you are one major leap forward than where you were. We were out buying currency today. That's no secret. I told everybody on YouTube that. We bought currency today because we felt like the marketplace was one of those places that, because of where the dinar is and because of where the dong is, we wanted to buy more. I'm not telling you what you should do or what you should not do. That's not for me to decide. What is to tell you is this. If I didn't believe in the investment, I wouldn't buy it. Okay? If I didn't believe in the dong, I wouldn't buy it. I'm bullish on dong. I'm bullish on dong to the point where if you don't have the right amount of dong, in my opinion, you'll be missing out on your blessings. You see what I'm saying? The dinar is going to get you wealthy. The dong can get you how am I gonna say that? The dinar can get you rich. The dong can get you wealthy. Prepare. I'm not saying it's intimate domain like I heard about real estate earlier, but what I'm trying to tell you guys is if you guys are on the mindset of what am I going to do to get myself in the spot to get more currency, because that's what we do. I'm all about like what this guy Gary Vee or this Gerard guy says. Gerard guy says, I don't buy stocks and I don't buy bonds. I don't buy cryptocurrencies. I buy real estate because that's what I know. That's what I know. You know what I'm saying? So when Miss Bibi's like, let's go and buy some currency today, I'm like, cool. I know that. I do that. That's what I do. So I'm good with that. I'm buying more currency because I'm preparing for your future. Your future is not gold backed or asset backed. Don't believe that. Your future is fiat backed. And if you're going to play a fiat system, you got to get ready to play it. Don't think of it to the thought process of that it can't go gold back or asset backed. But right now, we're not talking those things. We're talking fiat. And in fiat, we've got to hide our money in certain things and then transfer it to things that are going to be a brace or a hedge for fiat, such as gold, cryptocurrencies, real estate, things that will withstand the test of time and make you money. Gold will make us a lot of money. We have gold in Ghana. We have gold in Venezuela. We have 2 avenues set up that we're going to go explore that we know we can get 6 to 7 kilos a month or a week, depending on where we're at. And we're going to draw it out. We're going to have money for that. We also know that we are closer now in the investment as far as I can see something happening than we were before, a week before. And that's why I didn't want to go live on last Friday. I feel like the change in the Fed, talks with China. I don't like to talk with China. You guys want to know my honest opinion? The talks with China are absolute crap. I want to see our foot on China's neck for a little bit longer. I wanted to see China be kind of strung out longer than what they were. And I wanted to see us kind of like exploit that for what it really, really is. But since we are where we are, this is where I'm kind of seeing on Vietnam, expect 4 cents, maybe to 10 cents. I know that's a shock to everybody. I'm telling you guys, based upon what I'm seeing with China now, expect 4 cents to 10 cents. $0.04 to 10 cents on the dong. So if you're not hedging towards that, understand where I'm hedging towards. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. So were you going to talk about the dinar? I'm sorry.
Yeah. The dinar will go for $3.22 to $3.78.
So I know we're on Patreon, so we can talk more about dates and rates and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So dinar, we talk
July 19th. We're looking at a major date. July 19th is a tell of all tells.
So based on the list of what we have left to do, you feel like all of those will be done by
July 19th? Yes, I do.
And then when will we see our blessings? Like shortly thereafter?
Shortly thereafter. I don't know how fast. Like, you want, like, if it happens July 19th, July 20th, 21st, 22nd, yeah, somewhere around between July 19th and 25th, if everything happens on the 19th. I just told you my expected number, $3.22 to $3.78, or $3.80. Why? You got to count for inflationary measures. Why? Because you got to understand that they told them they wanted to reinstate pre-war, and they wanted to make sure that it was higher than Kuwait. The dinar is going higher than Kuwait, fellas and girls and guys. And if you don't know, whatever. Go ahead, you can answer.
Hey, Pimpy.
Hey, what's going on, peeps?
How are you doing? Happy 4th?
Thank you. Same to you both. I know. I just did not hear Mr. B say, "Don't get 4 cents." We not get in this shouting match over that. Remember that? And he say, "No." And another thing. It's emoluments clause. Presidents can't generate benefits or earn money. I see your middle finger. Your thing's just now coming up. It's called the emoluments clause. Presidents can't earn money for their businesses while they're in office. It's called emoluments clause. I was trying to put that in there real quick.
Oh, thank you.
I agree. I'll go with you. I'll go with that. I think it's going to be out there somewhere around 4 or 5 cents. Absolutely.
But do you know why now? Do you know why?
Before you got all snappy that one day. Remember, Miss April backed me up on this one.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, no, I got snappy. I'll tell you why. Because I thought President Trump was going to hold them out until...
Until what? Are you there?
Daisy gotta go.
Yeah, but go ahead, finish with your
Now, what I'm saying is, the reason why I thought President Trump was going to hold China out until at least the first of the year, because I'm seeing them. I know, because I'm seeing them. Daisy gotta go. Daisy, get out. Go.
She's over here dropping.
Sorry, y'all. If you have a dog, you know what a dog does.
Go ahead. You tell her.
Daisy, get out. She don't.
Heck, I hope Trump hangs out even longer, holds out longer on China. You know how we feel about China.
Yes.
That's a bad situation, man. And people really knew what was going on, then they would agree. But the longer the better, in my opinion.
I thought now, because they kind of shut it off. I mean, a truce is shutting it off to me. So the truce to me.
I hear what you're saying. The truce, all the truce is Trump agrees not to add on those extra tariffs yet.
Correct.
I don't know if he gave any kind of timeline.
No, neither side did.
So the tariffs are still there. They're still hurting them. But Trump could go in for the kill. He really could. By slapping those last tariffs on, that would totally demolish that country. It really would.
Now, Fed's about to change. The IMF's about to change, and the Central Bank of Iraq's about to change.
Yes.
Can you call a trifecta or what?
Man, talk about, here, you want to talk about having a good day? Having a good day is for the rates to be cut, Iraq to reinstate,
yep,
Trump to announce no capital gains,
yep,
3 days after we get our money for the dinar, and we invest in cryptocurrency, the bad boys go up 400-500%. You know?
Right. Okay.
Having a good dang week, man.
Here's one for you. I know Pimpe's a big 27,000 guy. April's a big 27,000 girl. How are you guys feeling right now?
Well, let me say this. I was only on the strength of.
No, I'm not saying that in a bad way. Like you supported one guy, or I'm not downing him.
I mean, I was just.
Dinar Invest is a good guy to me.
Right. So I was just keeping my eye on the prize, and I wanted to see if it unfolded, because June 21st was originally the date. And so we didn't see it then. So I'm like, okay, maybe because it's, 4th of July, we're coming out of holiday, it'll hit 27K, right? Yep. So I've been looking all freaking day. Me and people have been texting back and forth. And I just thought this Friday would have been it. So leading into the weekend, it's like, okay.
Positive vibes.
Right. So thinking, the weekend, they can reinstate the currency on Sunday. And then Monday, we see our blessings. That's just, how I thought. And I was even teasing Pimpe in the background with a Donald Trump tweet and all that stuff. I just been really, really watching this. So it kind of gives you something to track as far as like, could he be right in his theory? Could he be right in his thought process? So I was hoping he was.
Yeah, me too. I think that's the same thing, Miss April, is I'll take any kind of good vibrations. If that's what it takes, I'm all for it, man. I thought for sure it was going to open up. My friend said, the jobs report comes out today. I go, are you serious? I hope they don't announce it in the morning because it'll affect the stock. He said, dude, it's already announced. I was like, gosh, damn it. Because usually what happens is the Federal Reserve is supposed to announce a cut, right? Mm-hmm. But if they hear your jobs report is way better than anticipated, and then you add on the fact that wage growth again took a huge leap once again, I was like, oh no, they're not going to cut the rates. And then the market started to drop because they're expecting the Fed to say no rate cut. And they went into the game late afternoon to say that the Feds were still going to cut. I was like, gosh damn it, well, we've seen a good recovery, but had they done it earlier, you know, maybe 27,000 would have been there. And I tell you, I admit, I was rooting for it because, you know, whatever positive vibes, man, is what I was going for. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know, like I said, it just gave us something to be hopeful for. Maybe we wouldn't all be going to work on Monday.
Okay, but let me give you guys practicality. There is no practicality in the Dow hitting a certain number and you all being rich or not rich. You're going to be rich because we know the IMF, Article 13303, and Article 39 of Bush told you that you're going to be rich. You don't need the Dow to hit 27,000 to be rich unless you got money reinvested in the Dow. If you got money invested in the Dow, I get it. But to base your theory on that is bullshit.
No, we didn't base our theory.
No, Lee, I get it. I'm all about positivity. I'm not a negative person. Okay?
Yeah.
But let me say this.
You're saying we based everything on it.
No, Lee. I'm not saying you guys. I know who we're talking about, not you guys.
Yeah. There's other people out there,
Okay, I'm not saying you two. I'm saying you guys, meaning that there's a person that based their theory upon that people have brought up to me several times. They're like, hey, if this guy says this, then blah, blah, blah. And I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to down that person. That's why I'm not saying their name. I'm not trying to up you guys by saying your name. I'm not trying.
We're talking about Dinar Investor. We know who everybody's grown in this.
Everybody knows who it is. We've been
okay. But I'm not trying to dog him out.
No,
okay, I'm not trying to dog him out.
We're not saying that, but we're just saying, just like people follow you, we're following Dinar Investor. So, you know, we can kind of assess, like, okay, what you're saying, what he's saying. He's thinking this process, and we just like, okay, for kicks and giggles, like, it would be nice if his thought process was correct. But like I said in the text message I sent Pimpe from Donald Trump, what did it say? Pimpe, right? I did a fake tweet from Donald Trump saying, Pimpe, the Dow has nothing to do with the RI. I mean, in my heart of hearts, I know that from my conversations with you. I know that. But it would have been nice if he was on the money.
Okay.
Whatever push we take, you know what I mean?
Can we say this, though, real quick, amongst us three? The news about the fucking central bank, excuse my language, I'm going to cuss right now. The fucking central bank cutting the auctions down to 1 a week deserves that cuss right there.
That's big.
Now, I will say this. I didn't report it first. It was on our page on Facebook. Now, I've always thought in the back of my mind that the auctions would never stop. Going down to once a week substantiates that thought process, right?
Well, we talked about we needed to stop. You know what I mean? We knew it needed to stop because we need them to stop having the dual currency thing going on. So it was a good call.
MCB.
I wasn't sure if they were going to stop neither.
Right. Well, here's the thing. With Iraq stopping, okay, what we know about the SWIFT, we know this about SWIFT. If you put money in SWIFT and you try to put your currency into it, transform it to USD and ship it to another country and then transfer it to that country that you're affiliated to, it won't work with Iraq to Iran. Iran is cut off internationally. Does that make sense?
Not quite. You see, the EU now is trying to partner up with them now. They're not our best friends.
Yeah, okay, listen.
People are mistaking the UK with the EU. They're not the same thing. The EU are unelected bureaucrats who are globalists. They have their own agenda, not want to get into it. But, you know, nobody voted them in there, and they lay down the laws and rules for all people and all countries involved in the EU. Those people obviously will oppose anything and everything that Trump does because Trump is a populist. So, you know, for them, good.
Eureka. I'm not throwing shade at Dinar Investor. We're all adults in here, right? Dinar Investor's on his platform doing his thing. I put him on our platform because based upon his theory, it was sound, and I wanted to hear him on there. When he got into the whole prophetic meaning, that's not my thing, right? Listen, me and Pimpe talk a lot about God. We talk a lot about blessings and reward and the favor of God and what it means to us and what it means to our families and whatever, but we never joke about it. Like we never say it like in the sense of, well, if God sees this, we'll get the revaluation. Or if God sees that, Pimp, have we ever said to each other once? Ever?
You just cut out just a little bit. I missed that. What'd you say again?
Have we ever said to each other or anything like, if God says this, we're going to get the revaluation or the reinstatement, or if God says that, the current.
Well, we never said no. God says.
No, we don't, and we're two pretty much. We both believe in God. I mean, I would say that like big time.
Oh yeah.
But what I will say to you guys is this: we never say to each other based on some prophetic word by each other that the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar will happen. We don't say those things to each other, not because we don't think that God has a big handle in what every man does, but because we don't believe that to be true.
Okay, so Martha asked, how much dung would you suggest? So Martha, everybody's number is different. Here's my thought process. If it hits at 4 cents, do the math. How much do you need to get well? How much do you need to be out of debt, pay off your house, or whatever it is you want to do? You know,
what do you think? Tell me a number.
I'll give you
40 million.
I'll give you our number. We are trying to get to 50 million dong, because think about it. If you times it by 4 cents, what do you have? So that's our number. Pimpe, what's your number?
You know, like I said, I'm sitting on, and this time I know because I looked at the notes right. Unlike the dinar, when I thought it was 100,000, but it's actually 10. So I actually have the right amount of dung, which is 4.8 million. To be quite honest with you, that would be enough to take care of a bulk of my, especially the one debt that I'm dealing with right now. You guys know what that is, but that would definitely take care of that issue. But it would, that amount of money, if it went to 4 cents, gives me, about 170,000. That actually gives me a lot of different avenues that I can tackle. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like outside of just taking care of my house, which is a biggie. But I've been playing. I don't know if you still continue to play with the big or the cryptocurrencies, Mrs. April, but I've been playing with it to see how I would do if we were forced to put a man on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he would do pretty good. Yeah. But
Pimp, Eureka, I know he was throwing shade at me. I know he was.
Let's not talk about that.
No, hold on.
We got some.
You guys, hold on. I know he's throwing shade at me. I'm okay with that.
But we don't.
Okay, no, they're asking. I'm answering it.
Right, and you got some other questions. I'm going down the list. You're jumping at them from the bottom.
Well, go ahead.
So Mr. T says, should we expect to see construction marketing as of next week in Iraq? Is it really a post-RI event?
Yeah. You should look for construction. Yes. You should be looking for construction articles right now.
Okay. Yeah, they should have been out for quite a while, to be honest with you.
They have been, but I want to see more big time ramped up like right now.
Wait, I want to say something because this is funny. When you were responding to Eureka's first post, I was like, I ain't reading it the same way you are.
Right, because he's down at the bottom and I'm going from the top on down.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't read it the same way you did. I think she meant he was throwing shade on you. I think you mean she thought you were throwing shade on her. I said,
no.
But I said, I know we poke. I even sent him a comment telling him I poke fun at him. I hope he just realizes that it's just me joking with him. You know what I mean? We aren't just joking on this. We need
to
shade. Be laid back about all this shit.
There's no shade on anybody. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that.
Ashani says, how does this fit in with the phone calls from last week?
It's especially pertinent right now because we know that Chase has already said they're going to be exchanging the Iraqi dinar. Chase said that. We also know that a bank in Connecticut, Danonville or whatever it's called, that bank said that they will accept deposits right now. So if you're looking at a time frame with this, now you're telling you that the auction are going down to 1 week, once a week. It's huge. You guys are closer now than I've ever heard.
Each one of those and by themselves are huge. But, we talked about what's left on the checkoff list. I know you guys named some things, but were they on the checkoff list? Because
yes.
I just ran through briefly and I said to myself, the major things that were needing to be done look done. I know there's some other.
No. The major things that has to be done are Kuwait has to be paid. Kuwait has to be paid. Not in the order.
Let's talk about one of these at a time. Kuwait has to be paid.
Okay.
No, they sent them $48 billion, right?
Huh?
And then did it? Kuwait was paid back in April $48 billion.
Yeah,
now,
they still owe them. I have the article
not,
for it.
I thought they waived the balance. Am I wrong on that?
Yeah, you're wrong.
Wait, okay. So,
Kuwait still has to be paid. The rest, they owe like $48 million.
Hold on. So, are you adding on to the list? Because I don't see that as part of the list we just went over.
Yeah, I'm adding on to it right now. I have to say that Kuwait has to be paid like $48 million or $1 billion.
It ain't million.
Okay. That's part of the SBA. Okay. Now.
So fully seated GOI.
Yes.
Special graded positions, the GOI governor especially.
CBI governor.
The CBI, I'm sorry. And then Article 140 and then Article 8. And now you're saying Kuwait has to be paid as number 5.
Kuwait's been paid a big chunk. Accepting Article 8 and Article 140, I believe after you reinstate your currency can happen. So that's a post-RI event, okay?
Okay, so they owe them 90. Okay, this is what's crazy. Okay, so they sent them 47.9 billion, leaving approximately 4.5 billion remaining.
Right.
So I could have swore, I can't see it, but I could have swore I read an article that they waived that 4.5 because seriously, if you think about it, they're working together right now to really do some big dog stuff. You know what I mean? Working the ports. Look, between Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Iraq, the three of them where they're all located, they are going to be right there in the midst of the center point for all trade routes going in and out of the Middle East. They're really positioned really good.
Okay, last but not least, go ahead.
Okay, so does Trump want to kill China or just put them in their place, though?
Put them in their place. He don't want to kill them.
Mr. Brando.
Yeah, Trump, yeah, he has the ability to really crush them.
Yeah,
but
he really does.
And this is coming
from
you.
Here's what I'm hoping is look, there's a lot of, outside of the trade, there's a lot of national security issues dealing with them. You know.
Okay, Pimpe.
Yeah.
We got to answer the questions back and forth, so let's answer them.
Okay, so the other one is from Eureka. Mr. Brando, why the 19th versus the 14th for the possible RI?
Because the 19th, because that's the last day that the SBA will become public.
Standby arrangement for you people wondering what that is.
Standby arrangement between Iraq and the United States and Iraq, because it's all intertied. Sorry.
Okay, now that's a pretty penny, and they were supposed to use part of that for the reconstruction, but I do believe a big portion of that is to help curve the wave of the reinstatement. You know what I mean?
And the Kurdistan region is now going to start paying their due amount. So,
okay, so we went over the dinar guy. How much do you think the dong will go for? Which you kind of answered.
The dong will go from 4 cents at the low, the high at 42.
What was like that? I missed that. You cut
out. the low, he said, is 4 cents. Can you hear me?
I know, Miss April. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Okay. So
I think it's gonna cut. I mean, we know the real value is between 42 cents and $1.12. We know this just because of the GDP, and it's gonna get stronger. And I found the article, and I forgot to send it to you, Miss April, but I'll send you.
Okay.
Are the link for where all their new trade agreements are for Vietnam? They obviously have a much more better currency. Now, the reason why I think it's going to be 4 or 5 cents is, look, they're going to make some kind of deal with Trump that's going to allow them to stay that low so they can stay competitive for a little while against China. Trump's going to allow that. He wants to hurt China. He wants them to come to the table and make this agreement. He has the ability to crush them, but that's not going to happen. But he's going to use Vietnam to help his purpose, if you get my drift.
Yeah.
And by doing so, he'll come up with an agreement. They'll probably come out somewhere around 4 or 5 cents. Let's just use that as a conservative number. If it does better, we can celebrate more. If not, at least we got an idea of where it's at.
Then we're done.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, that was all the questions.
We answered all the questions.
So
you know we are. Pimp got on here, did his thing. Miss BB did her thing.
Do you guys have any other questions? Please.
Any more questions? Ask them now.
Oh, man, I had a ton of people asking me and jumping on me today about what the hell's been going on with cryptocurrencies lately.
Love you back, Jason.
I mean, I think you guys gotta understand.
You know what? With the XRP, they just released, I think, 200 million more coins. So, you know, think about this. Every time you have more coins out there, right? It takes down the value more because you have a bigger supply. So
once a month they do it.
Yeah. So they just released 200 million, I think the number was. So Pepe, I knew they were, and that's why I left my money just sitting there waiting. And I set an order for 38 cents, and it took in the wee hours last night. So you know,
didn't it drop down as low as 37 cents? Did I miss that, or did
it did? Yes. But you know, I didn't predict right. Okay, so I set it for 38.
No, but even so, you jumped on it at a perfect time.
Hold on.
Perfect timing, in my opinion.
Hold on.
Ron?
Dinar first or Dong first?
No, in my opinion,
yeah,
I think the dinar first. That's my
dinar.
Dong. Okay. Do you think it would be a good idea to hold the dong for a while and wait for it to go up?
Yes.
Ooh, floating some of it.
Yeah,
for me,
I do.
My answer is this: if the dinar hits and you got the ability to ride whatever's happening with Vietnam out, by all means, boo-boo, do your thing. But if the dong hits first, like Miss April thinks is going to happen, you haven't got the dinar, you know, it depends on how much you have. I don't have enough to write it out, nor would I write it out. I would cash mine all in and then do other things with it to prepare myself for what's coming next.
Okay, can I tell you guys my
dinar?
Hold on, let me tell you guys my strategy, and I'll hang it with this. If the dinar goes first, I would buy $1 billion worth of dong at exchange.
1 billion dong.
1 billion dong. My dong would be at least 1 billion.
How much is that? That's got to be
like 80,000.
80,000. It's no big. It's not a big number, right?
80,000 USD.
Okay, but here's the thing: if you think about how much that is, even going up, even where it is now, even if it just goes up a fraction from where it is, that's a huge jump. You get what I'm saying?
I would have a minimum, if it was me, $1 billion in dong.
Oh now, man, that's a great idea, man. I like that.
Yeah, Mr. T says 55K on 2 billion dinar. Wait, I don't know.
I get what he's saying. Hey, Mr. T, we'll talk later on too. I know you just told me to shout out.
Do we have access to that amount?
You told me you want to talk later on, Mr. T.
You know,
do we have access to what now, Pimpe?
No, here's my thing. I mean, even if you wanted 1 billion or 2 billion, who the hell is holding $1 billion worth of dinar? I mean,
well, and that's the thing. Crypto. One of the crypto people out in the chat is a crypto name. I can't remember now. Earlier said he bought out all the dinar they had at his exchange.
Oh yeah, actually, if you go to Exchange America, almost every one of the categories are sold out. I think but one, but I haven't checked it recently. But yeah, they're. I don't know if it's because they reduced the auctions or what's going on, but I know they're drastically out of supply. Now, again, that just only adds to the hype, you know, that this might happen quick. But I think you can order, if I'm not mistaken, didn't you guys talk about this before? From Chase Bank, you can order?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So if you tell them, hey, I want to order 2 billion, they can make that happen for you. Okay. That's a good thing.
So if it goes dinar first, I'm ordering dong. If it goes dong first, and let's just say I have 4 cents on 50 million, I'm up, what, $2 million?
2 mil.
I'd still probably order at least
I'd have to
10 million dinar.
10 million more
10 million dinar.
If you can get your hands on it.
Oh, I'd buy it anyway. I'd buy it where I could.
That it was actually 10 million. Like $100,000 ones instead of $10,000 notes.
Yeah, I'd buy like a drunk Indian. I'd buy it like I could.
I mean, I think the supply is getting shorter and shorter on the dinar. So
that's
what I'm saying. If it's available, you can buy the dinar, but if you can't, you can, right?
You can go to BGG on Facebook or whoever.
There's got to be something out there. Banks do this. There's foreign exchange banks. Yeah, they. I think you guys had it right. I mean, you talked about getting your stuff from Chase. Now, the dong is internationally recognized, so that's probably more easier to do than if you try to do it with the dong or the dinar in any way, shape, or form.
Well, guys, I appreciate your time. We'll talk back on Monday. If we hear something else between now and then, we'll come back. And I appreciate everybody. Thank you, Pepe, for calling in. Thank you, everybody.
My bad. I was watching Strange Things 3. I don't know if you guys got Netflix.
Oh, yeah. Me and my niece started watching that yesterday.
The new season came out, man. I've been binge watching, right? All of a sudden, I got off and I went to go walk the dog because I came back. I seen that you guys were on, and I was like, oh crap, I missed the beginning.
Well, Pip, we love you, dog. We'll talk later
Love you
on.
guys too.
I'm gonna make some low carb, veggie, keto friendly pesto Alfredo
we're gonna
and
have to
shrimp.
whip you into traveling shape, you know, for when we're gonna go do our millionaire traveling. You know, we gotta look good in you know, for the public. So
I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be super fine. Okay, y'all. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Love you guys. See you. Everybody have a good evening.